What's going on, YouTube? Welcome to my YouTube channel. We've got some mail today. Some pretty big stuff. Might have to split this up in a couple videos. But anyways, let's open it up and see what we got. We'll start with the little one. So hopefully everyone's having a good rest of your week. And the deals keep coming. I keep selling and I keep buying. Alright. Got some little guys here. Let's see what these are. Looks like my nickels have arrived. Hopefully you guys can see these pretty well. We got King George V. And that's a nickel from 1918 from Canada. And we got another one here from 1919. Got some toning on it. Pretty cool looking coin. Some more here. This one's got some cool toning. 1913. King George V on it. I don't know if any of these are key dates. I'd have to look that up, but it's just something you don't see very often anymore. And these are all, should be 80% silver. It's in 1914. So pretty decent shape. This one's got some serious toning, 1912. Oh, that's in nice condition. And let's see this next one here, 1911. I don't know if I have any viewers from Canada, but I know I've made sales. It's weird when you sell stuff on eBay internationally, all it tells you to do is ship it to Kentucky. So as a seller, when you sell on eBay, you just pay the get it to Kentucky with tracking required. And then the buyer pays whatever the true costs are, including customs. So it is kind of nice feature when you, one of the benefits of selling on eBay is you don't have to deal with filling out custom forms, and eBay does guarantee to get the item to the buyer. So I'll have some nice toning on them. I think these will be some of these are probably key dates. I'm just missing it. Wow, look at this. That's like a rainbow on it. That's cool. Wow, it's in actually decent condition too. Well, someone's gonna like that. 1909. That's probably the key date one too, isn't it? Look at that toning. Really cool. And this next one has a hole in it. I think this is the Elizabeth one. It's like the oldest one in here. 1858. Wow. Someone made a necklace of it back in the day. Still very cool. All right, well, out of all those, I think this one is probably the winner. That'll pay for the rest of them. So we'll get those organized and we'll get those individually listed. Let's take a peek at the next package here. Oh, cool. These are all the Canadian large cents. This guy likes to tape these. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't tape the Mylar ones. Let me cut all these first so you're not watching me. I'm gonna pause this and like cut all these. All right, like magic, I'm taking these out individually, and then I'll just show you each one. But I always kind of ask myself, I was like, why do I do this? Like, why do I torture myself? Why do I buy all this cool old historic stuff and then take the time to list it, take pictures? And I don't know. I find it very interesting that everybody works very, very hard for money, but no one really understands money and where it came from. And I find historic money just fascinating because someone back in the day produced it, and their job was to make sure it couldn't get counterfeited, and all that good stuff. But I think it's really cool, especially with these older pieces, to think like, man, the people that used these at first, they're long gone. All right, so these are all large cents, and I don't know much about the Canadian large cents. What I'll do is I'll look up each one individually. PCGS and NGC do a pretty decent job of showing like different grade values, but I would imagine like something like this, 1859 in this condition. That's a really nice looking coin. Like, I'm surprised something like this isn't sitting in a slab. Now, I know if that was a US large cent in that quality, we would be talking like $300 or more. I think those are the matron heads or whatever. So here we've got Queen Victoria. This one's not as good of condition, but 1891. Sometimes with these, some of them are pretty rare where it kind of like doesn't matter the condition as long as you kind of make it out. Let's see, this one, 1887. I mean, it's just interesting, like, did someone buy candy with this back in the day, or was the sun enough to get you a hamburger? Were there even hamburgers back then? I think there were. Or did you just get a pot of gruel back then? 1896. This one's nice. It's pretty cool, like shows the detail. Some of these wear like weird, like that one's really hard. I can barely see it through my camera. And then what I find interesting too is like some of these will actually have like errors, or the numbers will be like different. So like some of them will say like, skinny 9 or wide 9, and it'll be worth more. So there are like varieties with these type of coins as well. So nice 1891. Yeah, really nice detail. 1892. Like, were these like just super shiny when they first came out? And then like, can you imagine like back in the day, like there wasn't a lot of soap and water, so people were a little dirtier back then. And these were like the common man's coins, right, to buy stuff. So these it's amazing that these are actually still legible. This one's really nice too. So I gotta imagine like someone like spent these, or they socked them away, or someone like put them aside. And there can't be a lot of these left out there. Here's an 1894. Another 1891. Yeah, that one's really nice. Still has all the detail on it. This one's weird. This one actually looks like uncirculated. This looks as good as some of the 1 cent coins I get from like the 2000s. Maybe this was cleaned. Yeah, someone must have cleaned this a long time ago. It wasn't uncommon for back then too, with all the diseases and stuff. Like, people used to clean their money because they realized like so many people were sick. Yeah, these are really nice. All right, well, I'll get those listed individually. I'll do the research on each one of those. Oh, I forgot 4 more. Sorry, guys. I thought I piled them all up here. But anyways, I like to purchase like just different types of money. Sometimes, as a collection or a series. Now this has like a mint mark. Do these other ones have mint marks? No, they don't. So 1876. It's pretty cool. Really nice coin. And this one's older, on 1859. Wow, that's got really, like, you can actually see the leaves. Assuming they're maple leaves. Yeah, this is really nice. And the last two here. It's another 1859. Really nice quality coins. And I have like a lot of light going on in here, so it makes it a little easier to see them. Hopefully this is focusing well. Yeah, this is like the only like beater one. The rest of them are all like, you can make out Victoria's face pretty well. So very cool. I think these are bronze too. They don't sound, here, I'm going to do this by the mic. Some of them sound different. Hold on. See, did you hear that? Some of them have like a different ting to them. So maybe some are bronze and some are copper. That's my guess. They definitely don't sound like they're all made with the same metal. All right, well, that was pretty cool. So some 5-cent pieces. This is the coolest one by far. That'll probably pay for all the 5-cent pieces I bought. And then I'm sure I got some nice ones in this. Next, we're going to open up this big boy here. Trying to do this without cutting myself or cutting the stuff that's inside. Let me zoom out so you can see. Oops. This is nicely double packed. So here's a package within a package. So we're going to cut this one open next. And I try and reuse the packing material as best I can. I'm not a huge fan of using the flat rate envelope ones, because then I don't want to be accused of abusing the post office. And basically, you know, you can order these for free from your post office, but I don't want to be accused of like just ordering them to use them as packing material. But I'm sure people do that. So this guy did, whoever shipped this, they've shipped before. They put cardboard on each side. And I think this is the American Silver Eagle set. Yeah. This is a 2-coin silver proof set. And you can always see the model numbers here. It's 2012. I'm not a big fan of people writing on those, but sometimes people do that for their inventory. So let's take a peek. So we got our certificate of eligibility certificate of authenticity, eligibility. Oh boy, I'm getting more confused in my brain now. So we're going to have a proof coin in here and a reverse proof coin. So this is when the U.S. Mint would make very nice shiny cases. Probably still made in China, but they just spent a little bit more on it. And this is going to be, you know, it's got some felt here on the bottom. So it's not that cheap cardboard stuff that you get nowadays from the U.S. Mint. And it's got a little felt pad here with the Mint, U.S. Mint symbol. And these are the individual coins themselves. I think this flips out. Yep, it does. So I'm not going to take these out, but looking at it, looks really, really nice. Let me grab a microfiber towel. Just want to wipe the dust off. So these have been sitting in here for a while. I can tell that no one really had these out in the wild on display. But I'm a real big fan of the reverse proof. Obviously the proofs as well. They're gorgeous. A little bit of something on the capsule here. So I'll probably take my time clean the capsules. There is a little bit of toning on the edges here, which that's pretty common with proof coins. And the key is to not have toning on them, you know, the coin itself, unless it's like really cool looking toning. And there's a little bit of fingerprint on that part here. Oh, I lost it. There we go. It came out anyways. Well, here's the reverse, and then the S is for the San Francisco Mint. But this is by far my second favorite U.S. Mint coin design ever. And again, it has to do with, it came out in '86. I was 10 years old, and that's when I went to the coin shop for the first time with my grandfather. And I thought these were really cool, and the guys at the coin shop didn't really know what to say about them yet because they just came out at the time. But they ended up being a pretty big hit because they're still minting them now. Take a better, closer peek at that reverse proof. Yeah, that's a really nice coin. So these reverse proofs typically go for raw like this. I couldn't find really any comps because most people are selling this as a set, but some people will pay like $150 just for this. And I think for a raw 2012 proof that's San Francisco Mint, again, I think it only came in this 2-part set, so maybe that makes the San Francisco a little rarer. But anyways, very happy with this purchase. I will be listing this. I think I'm going to be asking $250. That might be a little too high, but based on the condition here, these are absolutely beautiful, and they're getting harder to find because most of them that are out in the wild are sitting in someone's collection and they're not touching it, or it's been, you know, inherited it and then they sell it, and then or some kid gets at it and blows it up and makes it all not nice, or it's stored improperly. But very, very nice set. So very happy with this purchase, and the fact that the coins themselves inside look like they do in the picture, even though the picture the guy provided, we were pretty far away. So we're gonna get rid of this packing material. And then this here is very heavy. No, it's not gold. No signature required gold. Anyways, if you ever get a priority small flat rate box, this is the best way to open it. You just open the side here, and then you don't have to deal with the rest. Let's pour it out. And make sure nothing else inside. Nope, there's some wrapping. And then I will recycle small flat rate boxes like that. What I'll do is I'll cut them and use them to protect coins. And cut this guy open here. Now this is a bubble mailer, but when you put like heavy stuff like this in here, the bubbles get all flat, so it's not really reusable. All right, well, this is part of, if you guys watched the 2 prior Buffalo nickel roll hunt things I did an unboxing of each one and looked for like key dates, but then there's some of you guys in the comments said, hey, that one is FS 101 or whatever, DDO or DDR, and I was not looking for that kind of stuff. So then I started digging into it. I think someone mentioned it was a 1935 that I might have had a possible error. So don't know much about them, but I'm going to pay more attention with these, and I've listed the other ones. So I'm definitely going to do a separate video with these because each one of these rolls takes me about 10 minutes to look at each coin individually. But it was very nice of the seller. He said, hey, if you buy the rest of them from me, I didn't ask for a discount in price. I just said, hey, I'm going to buy all of these. Hopefully they all fit in a small flat rate box to save you money because he had such a good price on them to begin with. But each one of these rolls doesn't have any teens in it. It's just going to have 30s and some 20s. But the 20s so far that have been included, some of them have been pretty decent. But he decided to throw this in. That's pretty nice. I don't know much about Buffalo nickels. So this is a 1913. What is TS? I don't know. But I would say this is at least very fine, possibly extra fine. because you can see the horn and the wear marks. But just for kicks, let me get my red book out and let's see. I think the 19. Oh, that's the. Is this T1? Okay, so dummy. The sorry, I forgot the 1913 Buffalo nickel is the very first year, and there's two types. There's type 1, right? And type 2, or is it variety 1? Well, anyways, the 1913, they made 30 million of those, but then there's a 1913 variable 2 that is a different type. I think it has to do with like the ledge on the back. Yeah, so since this doesn't have a ledge, that's a type 1. But anyways, very nice of the guy to include that. And wow, very good is $15. A fine is 17. Very fine 20. Extra fine 25. So super cool the guy to include, at least per the red book, a $25 coin. So I'll probably be listing this for $20 on eBay, so I can keep the shipping charges under $1. And I might just leave it like, well, no, I don't do cardboard. I'm going to take it out and take the pictures of it. And then, where's my thing? Oh, and this is the thing I use to put my Buffalo nickels in. So I'm taking pictures. I can take different angles without getting my fingers or my gloves all over it. So that's from a slab break thing I did one time. I was just breaking different type slabs, like for pennies, dimes, nickels, quarters, $50, so I could get to these parts. So I literally did a search on eBay for the cheapest slabbed whatever, like nickel, whatever, just to get to these holders. And then the coins I still have sitting in the case here. For those of you that are newer that didn't see that video, here's like the remains. So I've got lots of different holders, but for some reason, like I can't, like that was the cheap dime, the cheapest one I found on eBay at the time. And then this was the cheapest half at the time. It was an annex holder. And this was the cheapest nickel at the time. It's actually a really nice looking nickel. And then this was the cheapest quarter. It was an ICG holder. But what's funny is I for some reason, like I can only find my nickel one. I can't find my dime one, and I can't find my penny one. So, or my quarter one. So I think it's buried here somewhere. Maybe my cat got to it, started playing with it. I don't know. But we're gonna open up these on a completely separate video. Appreciate you guys watching. Please like, share, subscribe. I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers, so I do appreciate you guys taking the time watching videos. Hopefully, sharing these type of openings are fun for you guys, and I think it's fun. I enjoy spending the time and sharing it with you guys. So you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye bye.